Hello, Shikha
Hello, everyone.
Shikha is an expert in Vedic, KP, Nadi and its combination and is a master of Vastu Shastra, the science of directions. Shikha teaches and coaches the principle of Nadi and its combination and is a personal coach as well. She holds workshops in astrology along with other astrologers and teaches Vastus from levels 1 to 3. Last week, we put up an episode here on Dr. Arjun Pai's astrology where Shikha shared about the Vastu Purusha Mandala. And today on this video, which is episode 2, she's going to share with us the most important and central aspect of the mandala, which is the Brahmastan. If you have missed the first episode, you can find it here in Dr. Arjun Pai's channel under the playlist. Thank you for joining us, Shikha. Very excited with what you have to share today.
Oh, you have given me such a big introduction. I'm not a master at all. I'm still at the learning phase.
Yes.
We can never reach that stage, I think, at least me. So I will just share whatever I have come to read about the Brahma and the Brahmasthana of Vastu and how it can be used. So let's begin.
Let's begin.
Okay. So today, let's start the first deity, that is Lord Brahma. Now, many of us know that Brahma is the creator of everything. Brahma is the creator, so that's why even in Vastu Purush Mandala, in the 981 square padas that we use for commercial buildings and for residences, in that he is given 9 squares. This we had described in the last video. So Brahma is given most importance because whenever we are doing anything concerning to constructing our place to live, or we are shifting into a flat, or we are constructing a building with flats, everything is creation, creation, creation. So it is very important that the central 9 padas are according to the Vastu rules. So from the 9 pada in 81 pada belongs to Brahma, but in the 64 pada, that is 8 by 8 square, Brahma has 4 squares, 4 padas. It changes. This 64 pada is used in the town construction. When we are planning the town, then 64 pada model is used. This is called as Brahma. What is Brahma? It is purely unmanifested, pure energy. All the three trinities, the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the destroyer. So it starts with creation, then maintaining, and then destroying. And this cycle keeps on repeating. He is a one who is nirgun, does not have qualities, bad qualities, good qualities. They don't matter to him. He's just the creator. He will go on creating. He is a Nirankar without any shape. He also does not have the 3 gunas, tamas, rajas, sattva, not like that. So these 3 trinities are all Nirgun, Nirankar, Nirgun. He is a supreme creator. In the Vastu Purush, the center point, that is also the dot of Shriya, is the Brahmasthana. Okay. So before going into the importance of Brahma Sthana and what are the qualities of Brahma Sthana, and if damaged, how do we cure it? Let us do a little bit esoteric section. as we all know, because these two stories are connected to Vastu. As we all know, Brahma, the creator, he he created himself, and then for further creation he needed a female entity, a Shakti. So he created Saraswati. And then this Saraswati was so beautiful that he fell in love with her. And he had that uh, feeling he I should pursue her and make her his wife. Like an incest relationship. That's what. But he also made in some stories the name given is Shatrupa. Shatrupa. Now, she was so beautiful that wherever she went, Brahma would go after her. So, in order to escape him, she went to one direction. Brahma spouted a head in that direction. She went into another direction. Brahma spouted one more head. Like that, he spouted four heads. And then, when she turned in the fifth direction, Brahma spouted a fifth head. When Lord Shiva came to know about this, he came and cut off the fifth head of Shiva, or of Brahma. Sorry. So Brahma today that we have is Brahma with four heads. Now these four heads represent the four main directions: north, south, east, west. So that's why this story connects to the basics of Vastu. Directions in Vastu is the pillar of Vastu. Without directions, I cannot start Vastu. I need to know where is my north, where is my east to do a correct Vastu of that place. Okay? Then, so from this, we first get the four heads and the four directions. Plus, we also at some point get that Brahma had incest feelings for his own creations. So that also will come in the later part. When the ever Brahmasthana is spoiled, this point also comes over. Okay. Then why is Brahma not worshipped so much nowadays? We hardly ever see any temples built for our Brahmaji, Lord Brahmaji. So behind this also there is a story. Many of them will be knowing it, but maybe some may not be knowing it. There once Brahma and Vishnuji were walking together, and suddenly they both started arguing. Brahma said, I am the creator and I am the supreme. Vishnu said, but once you create, I am the maintainer, so I am supreme. And they started fighting. So after some time, they saw Lord Shiva approaching. They went to him and asked him to make a decision as to who is supreme. So he said, okay, here is the Shivlinga. Now, one go to one end of the Shivlinga and the other go to the other end of the Shivlinga, and whoever returns first to ground level is the winner. So Brahma said, okay, I want to go up because I will take a swan, because the swan is his vehicle, the Vahana of Brahma. I will go upwards, and Vishnuji said, okay, I'll go downwards. So Brahma went up and Vishnu went down. They kept on going. Vishnuji kept on going. Then after so much time, Vishnuji still could not find the bottom of the Shiva. That linga thing, no? This thing. He could not find the bottom. He became very tired and he returned back to the ground level. Same with Brahma, even he could not find the top portion. But he saw that Bilav Patra that we offer to the Shivling, no? That 3-leaf, that Bilav leaf that is offered to Shivling, he saw one of it falling,
Bel patta.
Bel Patra.
Yeah.
So he saw one of it falling, he took it in his hand and he also returned back to ground level. And then he said, I am the winner. See, I got this bale leaf from the top of the, means he's lied.
Okay.
But Shivji knew that he was lying. So he cursed him. I know that you are lying. So from today, people will not worship. So this is why we do not worship Brahma. The first story that I just told you, that is, some say that is the actual cause. Because then he was lustful. So he cannot be God. Because he had that lustful feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, some consider this. But it can also be like, so finally it was he, all three are needed for creation, maintenance, and destroying of universe. And maybe also because the reason can also be that Brahma is the creator. He has created something. Okay? Once the creation is done, it is in the past. Vishnu is the maintainer. So, that is the present. He keeps it going.
Okay.
And Shivji is the destroyer. Destruction will happen in the future. So what is in the past, people will not take care of it. What is going on in present and what will happen in the future, they will pray for those things.
Okay.
Okay? No one thinks about the past and will pray for it. No one. Right? We will always say, oh, we want this new car, so that is in future. Oh,
Yes.
let my health be good as I am, so this is the present. Like that. Whatever. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
So that's why maybe I'm just thinking about it. Okay.
Okay.
So now, what is Brahmasthana? The deity is Brahma. Let's see this. This is the 9 padas, and the exact red place is the Brahmada. Can you see this red space? The blue square is the Brahma padas. The next padas are the Deva padas.
Okay.
And the next to them is Manushya padas. And the last one is the
First.
Vishaka padas.
Vishaka.
That is the spirits and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so this 91 padas is divided in such a way. Okay, now let's study about the Brahma. According to some Puranas, Brahma was not created by anyone. He was self-born out of a lotus. Therefore, he is given the name of Prajapati. Prajapati means the creator. Okay. In Hindu legends, of course, we have already seen this. He is represented as having 4 heads, 4 arms, and a red skin. In his 4 arms, if you will notice, he does not carry any weapon. So that clearly shows us that he is not interested. After creation, he is not interested in taking revenge or destroying or whatever. Okay. Then let's see in each of the hand what he carries. And what happens. Now, it's only if the Brahmasthana is nice and clear, then the creation will happen. If you want to create anything and if you put load on it, if you put weight on it, if you put a lid on it, how will it expand? It will not expand. So it is very necessary to have a clear Brahmasthana for the energy to begin to manifest it. Okay. Hence the correct streaming. of two energies. There are two energies in Vastu. One is the sun energy and one is the magnetic energies. Both should reach the Brahmasthana. And for this manifestation to happen, the Brahmasthana and the energies should react with each other and create the whole. Okay? Because Brahma is the creator, he also has that ego that I am something, I am creating. So whenever this pada is spoiled, the people living in that house, especially the owner in whose name the place is, might have an ego issues, might be egoistic. Because who will not have an ego once you create something beautiful? And he is the creator of the whole cosmos, the whole universe. Correct? So, the Vahana of Brahma, Vahana is the vehicle, is the swan. We call it as the Hans. And it has a special quality who can separate milk from water. So, if the Brahmasthana is very nice and very auspicious, very clear, that person has such a good thinking power, such a good mentality. He can always differentiate from good and bad and act in a correct way. All my actions will start with my thought only. The thought process is so important. Even a small thing like creation or anything will first require a thought. So this is the important point of Brahmasthana. Sometimes we also see him traveling on a chariot with 7 swans. And this chariot is golden chariot. So if the Brahmasthana is spoiled, we can use golden color. These are small points which how we can correlate Vastu to Brahmaji. Okay? If positive, then the native has awesome knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. Senses are very good. And if negative, then the opposite will happen. All decisions are going wrong. The mind travels in the wrong way, and everything wrong will happen. Creation will totally stop. Brahmaji has 4 faces. I told you this relates to directions, but each direction is also given a Veda. So in the east is the foundation of the Rig Veda. South is the Yajur Veda. That is action. And west is Samaveda. That is to maintain the continuity. North is the Atharveda, where we keep the finished good for sale. Okay. Now he has 4 hands. In one hand he holds the lotus, a red color lotus. So whenever the Brahmasthana is spoiled, we can also use a lotus and we can put it, we can bury it in the Brahmasthana. Or we can also take a picture of lotus and put that in the Brahmasthana. A red color, we can put it of copper metal or whatever you all feel best, the person. Okay. In one hand he has the Vedas, which makes the person very intelligent. So we can also bury some scriptures inside the Brahmasthana. In the third hand he has a rosary and he is having a particular mudra of blessings. So this rosary again is a symbol which can also be used. And in the fourth hand he has a kamal, that is a water pot filled with water. So if our Brahmasthana is damaged, I can use these symbols, the picture of these symbols, and bury them in the Brahmasthana. Okay? He has a white beard, which indicates that he is a very mature person, which is very needed for creation. A small young child cannot create anything. He needs lots and lots of maturity and experiences for creation, to create something new. Okay? The four hands of Brahmaji are the four directions. If positive, then the native will study each and every aspect of whatever he is doing. He will think the pros and cons and then take a decision. He has a water kamandal, which is also a source which is used for creation. Natural source. If Brahmasthana is spoiled, then there is a shortage of resources in the house. The resources can be anything. It can be the water, they might have water issues there. There can be stability problems over there, money income very less because the thinking process is not nice. It is all at fault. Then the Akshamala, that is a rosary, is the calculations. So if this Brahmasthana is very good, he will use all his time, intelligence, money in a positive, which will always help him to progress or growth. Okay. And in the fourth hand, he has a lotus. In some pictures, he uses a ladle, a chammach, which is used to perform sacrifices, to put ghee in, like that. Instead of the lotus, there is, in some pictures, he holds a ladle. His clothes are always white, which indicate he is a peace-loving person. So if the Brahmasthana is nice and airy and everything, then there is peace in that house. Sometimes his swan is shown half white and half black, indicating that everything has a positive side and a negative. So when the Brahmasthana is positive, he will use more of positive side. Try to curb the negative side. This will give him happiness from within, and he will go on doing beautiful things in life, building up beautiful karmas. One of the names of this is Vidhi also, means if the Brahmasthana is nice, there will be final conclusion to every work taken in hand by the members of that house or the premises. And the two consorts that he has is Saraswati and Gayatri. He is either dressed in white or gold. White is peace and gold fits the image of the creator, always. Okay. So this iconography and the stories help me to do the remedies if the Brahmasthana is spoiled. If it is spoiled, then all works are obstructed. Main thing is there are diseases connected to degradation, the navel point, the surrounding areas, and sometimes also problems in project. Everything that comes under creation comes under the Brahmasthana. Now, how can the Brahmasthana be spoiled? It can either, how can it be damaged? So, either there is a very heavy load on Brahmasthana, either there is a toilet over there, or there is a beam, or there is a heavy furniture, something of iron kept over there, stairs, shoes, etc. Or there are blue and black colors over there. That also creates a dosha. Empty is best, but in the olden days, there was a courtyard in the center, and there were rooms around, and they used to have a tulsi plant in the center. So that is okay. If you have a meditation room over here, that is also okay. If it is closed, then there will be a problem about carbon dioxide and oxygen not remaining in the proper proportion.
Actually, the old style houses had that kind of a structure where everything was built around the Brahmastan and
They
there was
were
a
very
Tulsi.
yeah, they were very intelligent,
Intelligent.
and they
Yeah.
all knew the laws of Vastu, astrology, and they used
Yeah.
to act like that.
And they had
Because
the
then,
Akasha also open. So
oh,
there's also area for the
that is
energy to
the
come through.
worst things nowadays. We don't have the Akasha.
Yeah.
And slowly by slowly, even the height of the room
Hmm.
is getting lower day by day. First it
Yeah.
was 14, then it became 13, 12, now it is 9.5.
Right.
In Mumbai, in the new buildings, it is 9.5.
Yeah.
So that destroys the Akasha of my
Hmm.
house.
Hmm.
So a big no-no.
Yeah. And they also say that, the Brahma, the energy in the body is at the navel.
Is at the
And
navel
in the
because
navel, the parasympathetic nervous system is attached to the brain. So it controls the, like they say, gut feeling. It's also the creation lies there. Even in yoga, they say that the Brahma is in the belly, the Vishnu is in the in the Anahata chakra, and then Shiva is in the Nilkant. So he's in the throat. So these three, when you chant Om, you also chant like Ah Um,
yeah,
which is bringing that energy in balance.
correct,
Hmm.
perfect. And nowadays they are paying more attention to this ROO. That
Yeah,
is what we also do for 10 minutes in yoga, and it
yeah,
has given us amazing results.
yeah. And even when the baby cries, he cries ah, so he's still taking energy from creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Brahmasthana. So and one more fault in Vastu is previously there were no toilets inside the house.
Hmm.
The toilets were always outside the main premises. So that is another big dosha which cannot be cured. Both these doshas. So even if I do a very nice vastu, treating all the 9 parts and everything, still I cannot give 100% clearance for vastu.
Yeah.
No home has that.
Okay.
Okay. If it is broken or cracked walls or something nearby, then we have to cure it.
Hmm.
If there is too much of clutter over there, clean it. Always do positive things like we can burn camper or Google and do Havan with cow ghee and lotus. Do Vastu Puja once a year. We can use gold, sandalwood, lotus flower, sprinkling of water every day. And then, as I told you, we can also bury all that Akshamala, Mandal, and everything. And while doing this, we have to use white and pastel shades on the walls around or even in the flooring. The flooring also should not be blue, black, grey in the Brahmasana. And if you feel that you have problems in creation in the house, means nothing new, no new work is coming our way, and we are stuck up in something, then we can use red color or the red tika powder we get in India that the ladies put on their forehead. It is called as kumkum. So activating the Brahmasana is very important because it is this Brahma which will now connect to all the 45 degrees, the remaining 44 degrees. So if the Brahmasana is gone, matlab I cannot have that connecting power.
Hmm.
So generally I have seen the people with Brahmasana damage have lots of issues.
Yeah.
Health issues, wealth issues and everything.
Okay.
So we come to
Wow.
the end.
Thank you, Shikaji.
Thank you,
These are
Raksha.
very useful remedies that one can use. Actually, everyone can at least try to start using all the
We
remedies
need,
here,
yeah,
clear out,
daily,
identify the center of the house, and see the four directions, and apply the symbology, apply also all the remedies that you've given us, clearing out, decluttering, putting the tulsi plant in the middle of the house, and ensuring that there is cross ventilation also coming in from all windows, and energizing this part of the house, so that more intelligence can come in an individual buddhi. Would it be?
Right.
Yeah,
Because only if we have clear thoughts can we do further.
yeah.
Without thoughts, we cannot work.
Yeah, it's very interesting, Shikaji. Thank you so much.